Welcome to yourfaculty.com. We're going to deal with more questions on area in this video. What is the ratio between the area of a rectangle and the area of a triangle with one of the sides of the rectangle as base and a vertex on the opposite side of the rectangle? So what are they saying? There is a rectangle and with one of its sides of the rectangle as base. So let's assume that this is the base of the triangle now. Okay, and a vertex on the opposite side. Simple. So this, from rectangle perspective, this is length into breadth. From with respect to triangle, what do we have? This is the base. Okay, and for us to do a ratio of the areas, for rectangle we know it is L into B, right? Length into breadth. For triangle, what is it? Half into base into height. And what is base? Base is your length. And what about height? Let's draw a perpendicular line first. This is at 90 degree with the base, and this line is also at 90 degree with the base. This is also at 90 degree with the base. So what will be the length of this? Length of H. H will be equal to B, the breadth, right? So your base is this one and your height is B. So if you have to write a ratio, the required ratio is equal to L into B by half into L into B. You cancel both, you get the answer as 2:1. That's your answer. The wheel of a motorcycle, 70 centimeter in diameter, makes 40 revolutions in every 10 seconds. What is the speed of the motorcycle in kilometer per hour? So they are given it in centimeter, then it is in seconds, and this one is in kilometer per hour. Please make sure you bring the units to it's in one format. So if it makes 40 revolutions in 10 seconds, how many revolutions will it make in 1 second? 4 revolutions, right? So let's have this data handy now. So 4 revolutions in 1 second. So if a wheel moves from one point to other, the length that it covers is, so the distance that it covers is equal to the circumference of the circle. So if there's a wheel and it makes a complete revolution by moving from this end to this end, this is the total distance that it covers on the land as well. So what we can safely do is distance covered by wheel in 1 second. And what is circumference of the circle? 2 pi r. I'll put a cc, 2 pi r, right? And what else are they saying? It makes 4 revolutions in a second, right? As per our calculation here. So we'll put 4. Fair enough. So now let's put all the values in place. What is pi? 22/7. What is the value of r? They said it is 70 centimeter. Because it is in seconds, let's try to convert everything into meters per second. Okay, so 70 centimeter in diameter, so radius will be 35, and 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter, right? So 35 by 100 meter. So into 35 by 100 is your radius into 4 revolutions per second, right? So if you do the calculation now, what are you left with? Let's do it now. 7 5s are 35 10, you take off 1 0, you're left with 8.8 meter, right? So distance covered by wheel in 1 second is 8.8 meter. So what does that mean? In 1 second, if it covers 8.8 meter, what is the question they asked? They asked kilometer per hour. So this gives you 8.8 meter per second as the speed, right? And the question is in kilometer per hour. So how do you convert a meter to a meter per second to a kilometer per second? This is equal to 8.8 into 18 by 5 kilometer per hour. Remember, kilometer to meter conversion, kilometer per hour to meter per second. What did we do? We multiplied by 5 by 18, right? In the case of meter per second to kilometer per hour, we will multiply it by 18 by 5. So when you multiply it by 18 by 5, you will get the answer as 31.68 kilometer per hour. That's your answer. The area of the greatest circle, which can be inscribed in a square whose perimeter is 120 centimeter. Okay, if the perimeter is 120 centimeter, let's do the first step. Your side is equal to 4a is equal to 120. So a is equal to 30 centimeter. So you have a square whose whose side is 30 centimeter. The area of the greatest circle which can inscribed in a square. The greatest circle will touch all the sides and move. So it means if I draw a line like this, the diameter of the circle will actually be equal to the side of the square. So which means your diameter is equal to A and your radius is equal to A by 2, which is equal to what? 15. So now what should we find? They asked for area. So area of the circle is equal to what? Pi r square, and 22 by 7 into 15 into 15. So that's the thing. So square 22 by 7 into 15 square. So that's your answer. An equilateral triangle, a square and a circle have equal perimeter. If T denotes the area of the triangle, S the area of the square, and C the area of circle, then okay, we need to compare the areas of triangle, square and circle, right? And they are denoted as T, S and C. Fair enough. So from where shall we start? Let's write it as like this. There you have triangle, you have square and circle. Okay, so let's assume that the value of that perimeter is x. Perimeter is equal to x. In the case of triangle, an equilateral triangle, we know the formula as root 3 by 4 a square is equal to the area. So we need to know a to solve this problem, right? So how do you find out a? We know the perimeter is x. So if perimeter is x and it's an equilateral triangle, then 3a is equal to x and a is equal to x by 3. So what do we get here? Get root 3 by 4 to x by 3 square. Okay. So okay, maybe we can finish off this calculation. You get it as x by 9, 36. So area is equal to root 3 x by 36. X square by 36. X square by 9. Okay, square. In the case of square, let's first find out the side. 4a is equal to x. A is equal to x by 4. Area is equal to a square. So x square by 16. So it's root 3 x square by 36. This is x square by 16. Next one is circle. In the case of circle, your perimeter is equal to circumference. So 2 pi r is equal to x. So your r is equal to x by 2 pi. Now area of a circle is equal to 2 pi r square. Sorry, pi r square. So pi is equal to 22 by 7 and r square is equal to x by 2 pi into x by 2 pi. Okay, because this can be pi, so I'm going to cancel this off. So your answer is finally 4x square by 4 pi. 4 pi can be written as 22 into 7. So which is equal to 7x square by 88. So we have three values: root 3 by 36, 1 by 16, 7 by 88. I mean, I'm just ignoring x square here because it's constant across. So all that you have to do now is come up with a value so that your denominators are all same. So our first step would be to see how we can bring these two denominators same. How do you do that? You can do a LCM of 16 and 36. So 16 and 36, how do you do it? 4, 4, 9. So for this one, you need to multiply it by 4, numerator and denominator. And for this one, you need to multiply it by 9. So you have 9 x square by 16 into 9, 144, right? And this one is 144, 4 root 3 x square. So here we clearly see that, see, 4 2s are 8, 4 root 3 is less than 2. So area of the triangle is actually less than area of the square, right? So we here get the answer as S is greater than T. So let's see the options where S is greater than T. We see 1 over here, 1 over here. That's it. So these are two options that we need to look at where S is greater than T. So one thing that we can check now is they are saying C is greater than S, and here, okay, S is greater than C. So one thing that we need to compare is now circle and square. So let's compare circle and square. So we need to quickly take the LCM of 16 and 88 and check if C is greater than S or not. So you have 4, you get it 4, 22, 2, 2, 11. So in this case, you need to multiply by 11. So you have 11x square by 4 into 2 into 2 into 11. And here it is 88 11 into 2. So we need to multiply it by 2. 14x square by the same value, 4 into 2 into 2 into 11. So what do we have? We see that 14 is clearly bigger than 11, which means C is greater than S. And what is the option? The option is the third one. So all that, so without complicating too many things, I will just say that just compare two values, make the denominator same, and then compare the numerators. Very simple. You will have the options, then look at what needs to be done for the next step. We understood that option B and C are somewhere close to our understanding of the answer. So because S is greater than C, S is greater than T. See, S is greater than T, and here also S is greater than T. So the next step is to see how with which value should we compare C. And we understand that in both the cases, one case C is greater than S, the other case C is less than S. So it is better that we compare C so that we will be able to understand where to keep the answer. So what we did do, we again brought the denominators to the same value, and in this case it is 88 into 2, which is 176, and we brought it to the same value, and then we compared the numerator. On one case it was 11, in the case of square it is 11x square, in the case of circle it is 14x square. Since 14x square is greater than 11x square, we'll go with the answer circle is greater than square, which is greater than triangle. So option C is your answer. Three circles of radius 3.5 centimeter are placed in such a way that each circle touches the other two. The area of the portion enclosed by the circle is, okay, the question is three circles of radius 3.5 are placed in such a way that each circle touches the other two. So your diagram will look something like this. And what have they said? They said that the radius is 3.5 centimeter. The area of the portion enclosed by circle. So we need to find out the area of this portion. So this is what we need to find out now. So how do we find out? So to do this, we need to understand the value of this sector, right? Only if we know the value of this sector, we'll be able to separate it out and then finally calculate the answer. So how do we apply this concept then? So do that, we draw a triangle like this. So if we draw a triangle like this connecting all the centers, we are now left with these sectors which need to be taken off from the triangle, and the triangles which connect these circles, generally if they are of same radius and the triangles are connecting them, they will be of length 7, because this will be the length of radius, this will be the length of radius, and it's connecting the center, and it is always an equilateral triangle. So it's always an equilateral triangle, and hence it will make an angle of 60 degree, right? Because it's an equilateral triangle. So your problem is now simplified. So what is our required area? Our required area is equal to area of the equilateral triangle minus 3 into area of the sector. Which sector am I talking about? I am talking about this sector, right? It is same for all the three because the radius is same and the angle is 60 degree. So I'm just doing it 3 times. There's 1, 2 and 3. With that you will get this value, right? So how do we, what is the area of the equilateral triangle? Root 3 by 4 side square. The side is 7, so I'll multiply it 2 times. So that is one value, and the other one is 3 into area of the sector, pi r square, theta by 360 into pi r square. What is theta here? Theta is 60 degree. So now we have the expression 49 by 4 root 3 minus 3 into theta by 360, 60 by 360 into 22 by 7 into, and what is R? Please note R is 3.5. That's what is being given the question. 3.5 into 3.5. What do we do now? We have 6, 2, 11, and we are left with 0.5 here, right? If you put as 35 by 10, it will be even more simple for you. And then now you need to do the calculation for this. If you are given a calculator, do the calculation, and you will get the answer as 1.967. Mostly in the exam you will be given the value of root 3. Otherwise, if you are asked to use calculator, please use it and you will get the answer as 1.967 centimeter. Thanks for watching our video. You can subscribe to more videos at your faculty channel. Like us on our Facebook page and our LinkedIn page, and you can also follow us on Twitter. Thank you.